So where we are with Project Origin right now is this is the 5th iteration soldier operational experiment, and we finally got access to a Special Forces to Operational Detachment, which is a next level caliber of soldiers that we've never had access to before. So the feedback we're getting is been excellent. It has been a level of feedback we haven't seen in the past. The Special Forces operators have given us really candid feedback. They've been able to take their experiences and apply it to the robotic combat vehicle and really give us feedback on how this could or couldn't be integrated into their formations in future conflicts.
This week we started primarily focusing on the individual soldier tasks of how we are supposed to employ the system, how we operate the system, utilizing the different controls that the system has with it, utilizing the weapons controller and how we can manipulate the crows or the modular weapon systems that can be employed on Project Origin. From there, we moved on into doing some dry fire exercises on an urban target. Since then, we've moved on into actually employing the system and doing static live fire ranges. Next week, we plan on moving into some actual full mission profiles, which will incorporate the Project Origin system in conjunction with the SFODA.
After using the equipment, I believe that the robot will play a pretty good role in extending the barrier between ourselves and our reach. So we have our sensors that can look out a certain far distance, and then typically has been humans then proceeding. But now we can have the sensors followed by a line of robots followed by humans, which creates an additional barrier. The communication platform it uses is similar to ours. They're both IP-based, so it allowed integration to be pretty seamless. The smoke system, usually for slightly more direct contact, where we're in close proximity to the robot so that we can use the smoke.
Initially we fired 250 calibers, the 2 M2s. It's a 50 caliber machine gun. That was more the first day. Since then we moved on. We've moved on from those guns and we've been shooting the 240 Bravos, the 7.62 Link machine gun. Those produce a pretty high rate of fire. They're pretty dangerous in terms of like taking down helicopters and stuff too, just because of the rate of fire. The hit probability goes way up. And with the Crow system, there's fire control measures on the actual controller with the Crow system, so you can go continuous full, you can go burst slow. I mean, there's a lot of different options to use.
Probably the best portion for night ops is going to be that thermal capability increase and the increased view angle that you get from a drone. Having one aspect of view on the battlefield at ground level only gives you a certain ability to see, whereas from 200 feet in the air, it now greatly expands your field of view and your angles on targets and enhances your picture on a target objective or an observation area or anything else that you're covering. And thermals are really hard to replicate in most of our equipment. We have thermal binos, you have thermal sights for your weapons themselves, but something as adaptive and easily adjustable with both focus, scaling, white hot, black hot, and all the various other functions on the drone and the Crow system is just a phenomenal capability to potentially just follow you around on a system.
We've been practicing bounding, and we're going to continue to do that throughout the rest of this exercise. So far we've bounded with the 2 robots by themselves, and we've used spotters. We used a Mark 19 the other day. It's a fully automatic grenade launcher, 40 millimeters, and we were getting hits 500-600 meters, but immediately. Non-line of sight with a line of sight weapon. We were practicing that a little bit. There's a lot of different things you can do with that system.
I don't think there's going to be anything that ever replaces the value of the soldier on the battlefield. Just the ability of a soldier to think and adapt and react to situations and use critical thinking is never going to be replaced. However, we already know that our soldiers are overloaded, we have too many tasks, and as many of those that we can offload onto an autonomous system just makes the soldier that much more capable and frees up as much of their power as possible to begin using the human mind for what it's best used for. So it could be something as simple as just carrying weight, offloading from the soldier, or increasing their weapon capabilities, or increasing various other threats that we start to face in these near-peer environments.